Hello everybody, welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Please leave your bias at the door and join us for our third, we are halfway there, our third Euro 2020 group preview. We are talking Group C, featuring Austria, Netherlands, North Macedonia and Ukraine, making up a pretty open-ish group. And I'm sure there'll be a fair few teams would have swapped for this group because you might be able to get those 4 points that we think might be enough to qualify as one of the third fastest losers. Let's have a look, first of all, at the Austrians under Franco Foda, position number 23 in the FIFA rankings, and we saw them. And we saw a fairly strong Austria team play against England up at Middlesbrough and lose 1-0. So some familiarity with their players, as we discussed at the time. Most of them play in Germany, and that one big star, David Alaba, who seemed to play left wing back and then right wing in the same game, moved about all over the place. He's gone off to Real Madrid, hasn't he? Marcel Sabitzer, Xaver Schlager are the next most highly rated in terms of value according to Transfermarkt players in that squad. We did see Daniel Bachmann of Watford as well in goal. So that team on the left-hand side is the last competitive game back in March. So I think we know the Austrians, we know what they're going to do. They've got a big forward whose name escapes me, Golajic. They've got Alaba as the one kind of quality, or I don't know, international superstar player with Bayern. But the blonde midfielder, Schlager, did look useful in the game against England. And they really pressed quite intensely, didn't they, the Austrians? Reminded me of Gerhard Struber's Barnsley team rather than Valerian Ismail's, which was kind of sort of forged in Austria, wasn't it? So, yeah, that is the Austrians. Can they let their pressing count, their big forward and their star, superstar player Alaba, can that get them some points in the group? I suspect it might get them some. They are up against the Netherlands, who, as you can see down there, have won this tournament under Frank de Boer this time. They won it in 1988, 14th in the world. Remember, that was the team of Marco van Basten, wasn't it? And the ridiculous physics-defying volley. I think Arnold Muren set that up, the old Ipswich player. Though, was at Manchester United then, wasn't he? But yeah, it does seem a long time since the days of Gullit, Rijkaard, Van Basten, etc. Or even De Boer brothers and the Ajax lot and Kluivert, maybe Bergkamp, Van Nistelrooy. I don't know who. There's always seemed to be plenty of Dutch players you'd think would be in the best teams if you could pick them out. But maybe not so much this time. There's Frankie de Jong as the highest valued at Barca. Matthias de Ligt seems to have an injury sign by him, and Van der Beek is out, we know, as well as Memphis Depay in there as well, who used to play for Manchester United. A few familiar names there. Ake of Manchester City hasn't played too much, has he? Wijnaldum, who is on his way out of Liverpool as well. So, tricky one. We can't judge the Dutch. Maybe, God, they got really deep in 98. Did they lose on penalties to the Brazilians? I think in the semi-final as well. And of course, famously, finalists in 74 and 78 in the World Cups and losing to the host nations both times. So things have changed a bit since then. So let me know how you think the Netherlands, how will the Dutch do in this one. North Macedonia, who are going to be a big outsider here. FIFA World Ranking 65. managed by Igor Angelovsky. It's going to be fun pronouncing all these names for the next two. I keep saying, by the time we get to the end of the group stage and loads of these players have gone, I'll finally have their names down. So, obviously, having covered the championship and with lots of Leeds followers, Alioski is the name that stands out, but he's a left back, maybe a wing back if they can get forward. Goran Pandev has some sort of currency with European football fans as well, but there is Eljif Elmas of Napoli, a young sort of central midfield player, is, according to Transfermarkt, the highest value player in the squad, and it's going to be a tough one for North Macedonia, but sort of first time there, I think, isn't it? Certainly as North Macedonia rather than Macedonia. So, yeah, I think it's going to be tricky in terms of getting points, but we need to parlay that conversation into the next team, because that's going to be another one of can either outside team beat the other one and get up into the third place spot. So let me know what you think about the Macedonians. And we're going to talk about the Ukrainians with one of their all-time greats managing them. Andriy Shevchenko is the Ukraine manager. Ukraine are 24th in the FIFA World Ranking, so a little bit higher than some of the teams we've been mentioning today. And Malinovsky Zinchenko, obviously known to us Premier League fans. Sigankov, Milenko, Yaremchuk are the highest value players according to Transfermarkt. So it does look like the sort of presence of a lot of those players in sort of Russian leagues is going to put Ukraine a way bit ahead of North Macedonia. But hey, it doesn't always go to form, does it? Let me know what you think of the Ukrainians in the comments. There's the schedule. So it does, honestly, given what we saw from the Austrians, if against England, if potentially the Netherlands can get it together, it does look like a potentially nice group for them, and they should be able to pick up points for sure against Ukraine and North Macedonia. Then it's all a bit of a shootout, isn't it? You would then, I don't know, you tell me in the chat, can you split the Ukrainians and the Austrians, and what can the North Macedonians do underneath there? Let's have a look and see what our friends over at Betfair are saying. They've got the Ukraine a bit stronger than I was suggesting. Please gamble responsibly if you are going to have a look at this. To qualify from the group, Netherlands are, well, according to the odds, a dead cert. 7-pointer or a 9-pointer, you would be thinking there. Then they're in on the Ukraine ahead of the Austrians, quite heavily as well. So big matchup that, Ukraine-Austria. And it is, it's the last game as well. So keep an eye out for that on the 21st. That could be quite a fun one if things are tight. Could be somewhat of a playoff if they've both, for example, lost to the Netherlands and beaten the North Macedonians, who are the outsiders there, not expected by the bookies to get to the knockout phases. Look, again, you know the way these groups are put in. So often we do have a big favourite, and we do have a big outsider in this one. So give me your 1, 2, 3, 4s. I'll give you mine. Obviously, Netherlands would appear to be strong favourites with North Macedonia. And then it's between the Austrians and the Ukrainians. I don't know. Let's go against the bookies. Why not? It's never a sensible thing to do. But let's say the Austrians will... they could be like tied on points. It could be a goal difference thing or something of that nature. So let's go for the Austrians against the Ukrainians. Why not? Hey, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments on any of those teams. And we will get involved with Group D next. Thank you, everybody, for watching. That is our third Euro 2020 preview. I've had my say, now you have yours. Let me know your 1, 2, 3, 4 in this group, comprising Austria, Netherlands, North Macedonia, and Ukraine. Thank you everybody for watching. Over and out. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/BenjaminBloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.